Hey guys, this is Sean Storm over at Forex with Finesse, back with another video. If you like our content, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.
What's going on, Brody? You looking at EUR AUD?
Yeah, bro. It's a new month, so we clearing everything.
Copy.
So we're going to the monthly time frame. We draw our zones. We're going to take off the lights, putting it in the line chart. And then we just scan the charts horizontally. Look at the dotted lines and look to see how many times price comes to that dotted line.
And you're on the monthly time frame, right?
Yeah.
Copy. It's interesting to see how like non-United States currencies are being affected during this time of the elections.
You mean like this pair EURED?
Yeah, like anything that doesn't have the United States dollar, like being that the elections are going on and November 3rd is like closing.
Right. Man, I was just telling the chat, like, we could potentially see a market crash this week. Like, it's insane. There's so much anticipation.
And why would the market crash?
So, who moves the market, right? The big fish, the big guys, the banks, the institutions. Trump has tax laws that benefits those guys. So Biden already has in place higher tax laws. So because of that, I believe those big guys are going to sell off all their positions in the futures and equities market.
How do you think real estate is being affected with the elections?
You know, it is a seller's market right now.
Yeah.
I think the real estate is due for a pullback as well as our stock market.
Like from what I'm seeing with the biases of people's, I don't want to go into like who's a Democrat and who's a Republican, but the biases of what people want to vote for compared to how it's going to affect the market. I'm seeing a lot of people move from higher Republican states, such as, you know what, let's just go into New York City, not Republican. Let's just go into New York City. How people are moving from here and going into less tax states just because of what happened here since we were the epicenter. So going forward with the alarming rate that people are moving out from high volatility states and going to settle down in lower volatility states, having them work remotely, that's a big surge into people losing income from rented buildings, going into now we can work from home. We don't need to rent those places out.
Right. And then a ripple effect for it. Think about all those small businesses, all those little coffee stands and stuff on the side that people buy from every day. Everybody's working from home. Those guys aren't getting businesses.
Yep.
All right. So now we're at the weekly time frame. We're going to identify our weekly zone. So again, we're going to scan the chart horizontally. The lights, make sure we got that accurately. Actually, what was last month's candle? All right, so a strong bear candle, and then we saw sellers push back down a little bit. We know there's some sellers in this area. All right, so we're receiving some strong bullish candles on the weekly time frame. So I'd like to see a nice clear breakout and retest. And then we could see price potentially make its way back up to our monthly zone. So it kind of looks like we actually got it already on the daily.
Got that breakout.
All right, so breakout, retest, and bullish engulfing candle.
Yep.
So let's see if we get a second one here. That'll be another confirmation. We could catch that buy.
Let's check the 4 hour too. Oh yeah, that's a great pullback.
See some long wicks up here.
So we gotta wait for the reaction
Running
to that
some
same area.
sellers. Yeah, I probably wait to see what this daily candle close like. If it closes as a bullish engulfing, I take that buy.
Copy. Mind if I take over?
No, go for it.
Okay. Right, so we got GBPUSD, right, bro? You know, this is my pair. This is what I like to mark up. Welcome to the dark side.
Restart that because it looks really bad closing the ads.
All right. I'm going to look over at GBPUSD. I got the monthly time frame here. What I was looking at was the reaction to breaking out of this zone over here. And this would be my area prior to break out of. Obviously, it's the monthly, so I'm not worried about any of that. So I'm going to take this and drop this down here as my new support, and this would be my next set of resistance. So if I zoom in here, check this out. See a huge rejection over here in February and March. That was obviously COVID. So I'm seeing a breakout to the upside, and now I'm just going to drop it down. We have the weekly time frame. Let's turn off the lights. See if we have everything going up here. I was looking at this trend line from before, even though that's a wick, but a little steep. So I don't potentially like that too much. And the other one I was looking at was from on top here, being that this was the previous, and taking this down over here like so.
Nice higher time frame downtrend.
Yes, sir. And we had a nice rejection to it as well, as this was a key area from before. So right now we're in a mid-range zone, as we can see to the left. Like, this is an area of consolidation. What I want to wait for is obviously a break and a retest to a specific side. But seeing this huge sell from before, I want to see a breakout of this area. But I'm looking at a scalp, riding just zone to zone. And from last week, we had sell-off here off of Dixie. Right. So looking at the election now, I want to see what happens afterwards. I don't feel safe taking any trades right now because even leaving the elections to the side, I don't see any volatile trades for me to take because we're in a high volatility area. Price is literally playing within a zone that we don't have any price action. So there's literally no trades for me to even scalp off of. Like, I can't even scalp off ifs because I don't have enough data.
Yeah, that's a pretty well-respected zone that price is approaching as well.
Exactly. So you want to wait and see how it's going to bounce off this area or bounce off another area for the upside. That's exactly. A lot of ads. That's a lot of ads.
That's not the case.
That's a lot. And new subscribers. Oh, look at that! Wow, look at us, bro. Everybody follow our YouTube channel because that's dope. New subscribers. I just X'd out all of that. That was dope.
Nice.
Now, let's just take another look at Dixie. So we talking about elections. We got elections coming up. Jesus Christ. I was right for more than half the ride, but that breakout to the upside is wild. I'm glad I caught this trade over here, and then clearly I'm wrong. So,
yeah, that was actually a move coming off a monthly zone.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep the scene over here. Get a technical analysis from Xavier. Yes, he is correct. That's actually off a monthly zone right on this area over here. So get rid of that. We obviously have Dixie going up to the upside. We just seen that. Drop it down to the 4 hour, scale that up. We can see from here that price clearly didn't respect our zone is breaking out to the upside. So we would see a respect to this area and bounce back up. Hypothetically, that's what we want. So if Dixie's going up, I'm gonna go correlate that with another pair to go down. So since we have that, take out my fib. I have EU literally crashing through one of my zones and approaching another zone here. So this sell is gone. We have a retest of this area right over here. Took off to the downside and completed its cycle. What I'm looking for now to go to a higher time frame. Yeah, I would be looking for this to respect this zone and continue down. But again, it's at a key zone. Can't take any trades right now. Better to stay away. And no price action for me going to any direction right now. So market's going to open up back on Monday. And for this pair, we can continue to see it going to the downside. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how the elections play out, because we literally have it happening this week and everything is at a crucial zone. We can see that from the pairs that we've looked at. So I'm interested to see. We're seeing how the United States dollar is going off. So any pairs in particular you want to look up that's not being affected by the United States dollar besides EU or UD?
I will add something to that really quick though.
Sure.
There's parts of Europe and even in the Great Britain that are in lockdown or going into lockdown. So that's going to affect the currency pair as well, yeah, because of a rise in COVID cases.
So we have a second or third wave happening now, isn't it?
Yeah, France, the other day, France had their most daily confirmed cases in one day, like since the start of the pandemic. That's insane.
Wow. So we can be looking to either see another, like you said, a market crash.
Yeah, there's we're definitely in unique market times. Like these conditions are insane.
Yep. We have a global pandemic. We have the potential of a new president stepping into office, new laws being acquired, and on top of that, we're adapting to the new normal.
Crazy.
Oh, let's not forget, like, we're also implementing cryptocurrency.
Right. Bitcoin is soaring.
Oh, what? What is that, like 13 now?
I think, yeah, 13 something, 13.5.
Okay. Look at EUR GBP too. We can see Euro and Great Britain pound. Solid consolidation, solid, and also at a key zone. We can see it respected this area multiple times, and I will look at this as a fake out for sales. Like, oh, it broke right out of our area. This is our retest. Let's take the sell. No, I'm good. Because then look what you have over here. This could also be a buy. And it's just choppy.
Yeah, so
choppy throughout the whole way through. So what would be your advice to somebody who's starting to get into trading now? Because we got into trading about 3 years ago, and we're looking at it like, okay, we took the training, we took the time to learn. Now other people are coming into this industry and trying to figure out, okay, this is like pandemic proof, this is recession proof. How do I tap into this and be able to learn and attain the information from this from the right people? What is the time frame for me to learn all this with the, again, we're in different market times. So right. I would ask the question as a new trader, have you guys done this before? Have you guys been in this situation of a pandemic and everything like that? For me, no. But I can tell you that the world is not rigged and it's very much predictable.
Going deep, okay.
I think I just answered my own question, but if there's anything you want to add on to that, like the world is not rigged, but we're very much human beings.
No, especially to someone that's just starting out, I would say trading these market conditions is like, you ever play Guitar Hero? It's like just starting Guitar Hero on the expert level.
Yeah,
that's what trading these.
That's a big fact. And for anybody that's just like looking at it, okay, you have EUR GBP. This is the euro and the Great Britain pound, and it's just going side to side. And how is it going side to side? You don't see the reds and the greens breaking from each other. It's in the same area. So you're taking two countries within one continent that are of the same nature, but they're not influenced by each other during these times. One is not doing better than the other. From before, you can see that one was higher than the other. This was back in 2016. But from right now, we can see we're just moving side to side. And I'll even do the same thing on Dixie for the United States dollar. We can also see during these times that it was just shitty. But back in, again, 2014, 2016 times, we were on a clear uprise. So it is unique times, but it doesn't mean that you can't learn this shit.
No, absolutely. I always encourage marking up. That's why we still continue to do the markups every week. You know, you just never know if something is going to present itself. And for example, with our GJ trade last week, an opportunity did present itself. We had the breakout, we had the retest, we had our price action confirmation. We had 2 sets of bearish engulfing candles, and the trade didn't go our way. But we did lower our risk because we understood the time that we're in.
Like for instance, like when I went over my trade with UCAD, like I have my arrows marked up over here. This is a clear example of why you would take a trade. I had over here, I had a breakout and retest on these 3 candles over here. So I can just mark that up and then just drop it down to a lower time frame and find my place of area. This is one entry over here. That was off the 100 EMA. I had it was oversold. I had a clear breakout and a first retest off this area, and it kept making higher lows and higher highs. So, and that one really paid out for us. And had we intended for this like much of an uprise, not at all. But right. We set our TP in profit. I mean, we set our stop loss in profit. It was a risk-free trade, and we were able to capitalize off a bigger move by setting our stop loss in profit and just opening our TP. Not a lot of people understand that because they'll just see like a big run, but they don't see like what goes on behind those scenes. They don't see what happens when, like, how do you take a trade and not lose money? And I feel like that's a big thing for people to understand. Like, there's a way to capitalize off a bigger move with multiple entries, but you just have to know the psychology behind that. And that's what we were telling our students if they were there for that. They saw like the whole breakdown. I'm pretty sure that you saw it when I was going through another entry on UCAD, and you can also get in here. And that would be the second arrow that I had, which would be, give me 1 second. I caught one trade over here off my zone, TP over there, let it go. And a lot of people got trapped here. I was actually seeing a lot of people talk about UCAD, and they got trapped over here trying to enter the buy. This was a fake out, and it took them all back out. And this was the real move over here. And we can see the higher lows and higher highs. So the price action for me came in over here rather than all this bullshit through my EMA and not really breaking through my zone and holding it. This one held it up and they missed that move. They caught them over here, took their stop loss out, and now we have the real move. Does that make sense?
Right. This is such a great example of the post we put up on our Instagram at Forex with Finesse. Trade off memory. Trade off skill and not memory.
Yep.
Right? Because if you trade off memory, you get caught by those fake outs.
Yep.
Skill, you understand the market manipulation.
Like you said, bro, crazy times that we're trading in, but I'm glad that we learned this skill from then, and now we can apply it now. All right, on that note, bro, I don't think I have any more charts to look at. We had a successful week. I guess we could wrap it up there and catch up on another trade.
That's cool.
All right, bro.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Hey guys, if you like our content, click here for more, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel right here. Leave a comment and we'll make sure that we get back to you. Until next time, guys.